Death penalty is under scrutiny as the only woman on the state's death row faces execution at the end of next month.
Before that happens, her defense team is challenging whether the lethal injection process Tennessee uses violates protections in both the state and U.S. constitutions.
Tennessee turned to lethal injection as its preferred method of execution more than a quarter century ago. But the state has spent years navigating the exact path to carry out that sentence.
You know, we've covered questions over whether the condemned face undue suffering in a one-drug process versus a three-drug protocol. Also, drug companies don't want to sell the drugs to the correction department.
And the last time Tennessee tried to execute someone, Tony Carruthers, back in May of this year, it went wrong and had to be called off.
Now, Christa Pike was not in court for today's hearing on the death penalty, but 6 News reporter Jack Ziskin was there and shows us tonight the issues at play in deciding Pike's future.
An attorney for death row inmate Tony Carruthers and 2 anesthesiologists were allowed to testify after objections from the state's legal team. The judge overruling them, but narrowing the scope of what Pike's legal team was allowed to question them about. The state's strategy throughout day 1 has been to object over any evidence it feels is irrelevant. The state's strategy throughout day 1 has been to object over any evidence it feels is irrelevant. In this case, the evidence related directly to what Pike's attorneys call the botched execution of Tony Carruthers and any information regarding Pike's medical condition. The state attorney attempted to argue that the failed execution was irrelevant, arguing that the court had already heard from state officials, despite the fact the state failed to execute Carruthers, and questioned the anesthesiologist's base of knowledge because she has not been part of an execution, which any doctor can tell you would violate their Hippocratic oath.
She has a significantly elevated risk of problems with IV access, as evidenced by the fact that she has essential thrombocytosis and its problems, plus she's obese, plus they're already using a tiny child's needle to try to draw her blood. So her risk is quite elevated.
Doctors say based on Pike's health condition, she is at an elevated risk. So much so, it is up to 10 times higher than an average person. The repeated objections of state attorneys has highlighted a key theme on day 1 of this hearing. The judge does not wish to exceed the authority granted to him by the Tennessee State Supreme Court, while Pike's legal team argues that the failed execution of Carruthers, coupled with their client's medical conditions, make it nearly impossible for the state to safely and humanely execute their client. I'll be keeping you up to date as this hearing continues. In Knoxville, Jack Ziskin, 6 on your side.
And Jack says the doctor explained Pike's medical condition means the use of the drug pentobarbital will almost certainly cause Pike to suffer a pulmonary edema during her execution.
Yeah, state attorneys attempted to downplay the severity of her condition, which was refuted by one of the anesthesiologists.
Well, more information now as we need to put Pike's case into context, especially for those of you new to the Knoxville area, because this story was so shocking and dragged on for years. The killing of Colleen Slemmer was dubbed the Job Corps murder, as Slemmer, Pike, plus 2 others arrested, Daryl Shipp and Shadala Peterson, were students at the vocational training school, which once operated near UT campus. The suspects reportedly lured Slemmer into a concealed area near an old steam plant on the ag campus. Some specifics from the murder drew extra attention to Pike's trial. Pike reportedly kept a piece of Slemmer's skull as a souvenir. Now, prosecutors claim Shipp carved a pentagram into Slemmer's chest. Peterson testified for the defense and was given probation. Shipp was tried as an adult despite being 17 at the time of the killing, meaning he has a chance at parole after serving 25 years. That window, as we reported, opened up last year. The parole board rejected Shipp's request.